All right. So I saw the longer clip of uh, our favorite senator getting followed into the bathroom. Uh,
Yeah.
and I have just a couple of things to say about it. Number one is that all senators should be followed into the bathroom every time they go to the bathroom.
Yes.
I and if they want to combat that, then they just have to take big loud shits, and that's going to be the new civil war. I swear to God.
Well, you ready for breaking news?
Breaking news!
Breaking news.
Breaking news!
This is from the Associated Press. Merck asks U.S. FDA to authorize promising anti-COVID pill.
Is it
In
just
Washington-
ivermectin?
No, it's not. It's not ivermectin, okay? Calm down. Okay. From the article, drug maker Merck asked U.S. regulators Monday to authorize its pill for treating COVID-19 in what would add an entirely new and easy-to-use weapon to the world's arsenal against the pandemic. If cleared by the Food and Drug Administration, a decision that could come in a matter of weeks, it would be the first pill shown to treat the illness. An antiviral pill that people could take at home to reduce their symptoms and speed recovery.
Cool.
So, my big question, of course, with this one is what will the anti-vaxxers think and say about this one? So they're fine with talking about big pharma making the vaccine. Don't have anything to say about ivermectin and big pharma.
But ivermectin is manufactured by Merck. So
Is it really?
So facto, yes. So if Merck puts it out, apparently Merck is the big pharma that they like. So
Maybe.
I think that this will save the lives of the dumb fucks who have been dying of this shit. I think that now that's if it's FDA approved, which boy they better fast track that.
Yeah.
And if it works, which
Apparently in the trials it worked really, really well. I'm trying to find the name of the actual name of the drug. It was in this article. I'm just scanning through because I don't read these things, you know. Oh, Molnupiravir. Molnupiravir.
oh, an easy to say
Molnupiravir.
Okay,
Molnupiravir.
I'm glad we've got that cleared up.
That's the new drug. Now, I think this will be a good thing because here's the thing: the vaccine, the anti-vax people, it's very easy for them to say no to that because they're not sick currently, right?
Right.
But, well, the ones that aren't currently sick and dying, but this is actually something that they take after they feel like shit for a day or two.
Yeah.
Then they take this, and then boom, they feel better. At least if it helps prevent people from dying.
Boy,
And
I
people
wonder
who
how
have
much
had
it's
the
going to
vaccine
cost.
who are still having problems from it, older people or whatever.
Yeah. Boy, I wonder how much it's going to fucking cost. That'll be the true, like,
that'd be
dude,
funny if the vaccine's free, but this COVID pill that's like the only thing that like
yeah,
it'd be funny if that was the
it's
only thing that
$1,000 a pill.
Yeah, and you need 3 a day for like 3 months straight or something.
Yeah. Oh, God. For God's sake, Twitter is hell. Leave it. Like,
Leave Twitter,
Facebook is
leave
better.
Facebook.
Facebook is better than Twitter. It's better.
Well,
That
takes us to our next topic, I guess. You saw the
lady
60 Minutes interview with whatever her name was, the former Facebook employee. Basically telling us exactly what some former founder of Facebook told us like a year or two ago. Like, I remember reading this shit before. I was like not surprised by any of it. Like,
that happens a lot.
It's like some fucking article comes out and nobody gives a shit about it, and then like some blonde lady's like, I'm gonna go on TV and talk about it, and everyone's like, oh my god, we need to call a Congress hearing. But yeah,
and then it's also like
they literally talked about this shit years ago, and maybe that guy didn't have any evidence, and that's why this lady
no one gave a shit, right?
It could be
like,
either.
Now we're more ready to hear something like that, right?
Yeah.
Where before it was like, well, Facebook's how I fucking show pictures of my cat to my neighbors, right? Like, it's like Facebook was like it was fine, right? It was like whatever. But now that it's just chock full of fucking lunatics, like,
yeah, no, well, it's because the fucking boomers all joined Facebook in the past 10 years. Boomers have infiltrated Facebook probably faster than any other demographic. Like, when I joined it in 2006, it was only for college students. And I was a college student at the time. And then within a few years, it's like everyone's parents start joining, and then it's like the downfall. Like, all of a sudden, it's just gone to complete shit. It's because all these fucking boomers are on there, like, with their fucking Hillary Clinton memes and shit, and their fucking anti-vax memes or whatever, and like that shit just gets fucking shared around, likes and gets posted in the groups.
Yeah, because they don't understand the internet. They don't get it.
Well, no, I mean they do enough to know that if they post this meme in this whatever local pro-gun Facebook group.
Well, yeah.
It'll get more attention than if they just like it.
I mean, they understand like attention, but they don't understand the internet, right? They don't understand like the thing that, like, if you grew up more or less with the internet, right? You just sort of intuitively understand that, like, like some parts of the internet are just bullshit, right? Like, some parts of the internet are just like, oh, fucking ignore that, Like what? Like that's fucking clearly that's a grift. Clearly that's fucking stupid or whatever. And like, so you just avoid it, right? And but boomers don't like, that's why they post all these janky fucking shitty looking memes that are like, oh God, you got a computer virus just from reposting. Like it's like you went on to some fucking like misspelled fucking thing that was supposed to be a news site that ended up whatever, like infecting your computer with fucking Trojan horses, and and now you're like now you've been brainwashed because you fucking like you clicked on the wrong set of things because you don't understand how the internet works, right? It's like that's what the problem is. There needs to be a fucking like a like a boomer internet class where it's like, dude, if something looks like this, right? Like if something is just janky and fucking
I don't think there's any
pixelated and shitty, then don't, right?
See,
like
people of every generation are on average not that intelligent. And then you take just the boomers and talk about their computer intelligence, and we're just sliding down that hill.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think there's any hope in like turning that ship around. But anyways, yeah, I thought it was funny. Apparently the day after that 60 Minutes interview with the Facebook lady, Facebook went down. And I think Instagram and some other Facebook-owned companies all went, like, we were just down for, like, the whole fucking day or whatever, apparently.
Yep.
Which I thought was, like, really weird timing. I don't know. It's like, it doesn't seem like there's any connection. I can't really make it out in my mind, but...
No, I went down this rabbit hole. I can tell you what happened. It was like a DNS. It basically a miscalibration of a server caused Facebook to like DDoS itself, right? Like it was like it rerouted all traffic to one server that basically exploded, and then and it was just because like somebody fucked up and put the wrong numbers in a fucking I can't remember the exact tech specs, but I did read them, right? Some Redditor, because Reddit was the only fucking it was literally like oh boy, Reddit's gonna be down real soon, guys, if fucking all the Facebook refugees don't get the fuck out of here. But like there was a big thread like on the front page that was just like, what's going on with Facebook? And then the top thing was like it was like some tech guy that was just like, here's what happened. It's not fucking any, there's no fucking conspiracy. Somebody fucked up and it did a thing. And then the next thing was like, isn't that how DDoS works? And the guy's like, yeah, it is. They they did it to themselves and it crashed their whole fucking network. Like they're going to be dealing some. It was like some guy was just like, oh dude, I don't envy any of those motherfuckers that are going to be digging through fucking wires for the next like 12 hours trying to figure out like which one of these is salvageable, and just like digging fucking power over Ethernet switches out of the fucking thing and just fucking like and replacing them at just this like astronomical rate just to get these fucking boomers back their fucking things so they can post their shitty stupid memes.
Did you hear that Florida? I guess they got a new, was it Attorney General or something like that? Anyways, the guy decided that Florida no longer is going to require kids to quarantine after they test positive for COVID.
Oh yeah. But I just read this today in, I want to say it's Wisconsin. A parent is suing the school system because her kid, who was like masked up, whatever, got COVID from another kid who they sat next to her kid, who like clearly had COVID, right? And so this mom is suing the school system, and boy, if that works, that's gonna be the thing, right? Like that's gonna be the fucking that could be the thing that sends everybody back to being virtual, which for the love of fucking God is what needs to happen.
But you know how the court system goes. I mean, this will be decided in 2025 or some shit. Like,
yeah, but the court that hears it first, if the court that hears it first puts an injunction on the school system to either like, you know, either require all kids that even have any fucking symptoms at all to, you know, stay home and blah 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 blah. Like it's like the thing that's the thing I have unique insight into this. The thing that's happening right now, right, is that there are a shitload of kids that, because school isn't virtual, are just haven't been to school, right? But they're not homeschooled. They're like either they're on the waiting list for some kind of virtual thing, which appears to me to be non-existent, right? Because like if,
and this is by individuals, school systems, I'm sure, but
well, yeah, but the thing
you got to look into a particular one, anyways.
Well, the thing about well, I hear things about other school systems too, right? So it's like I have insight into one, and then I have some insight into some of the other bigger ones, and it's like the thing with New York, for example, is like that New York was just like, we don't have a, like, or New York City anyway. It was like, we don't have a virtual thing anymore. Fuck you. Like, you're coming to school, right? And it's like, there's a bunch of parents that are like, no, they're not, right? And that is causing, like, you know, administrative hell, because if your kid doesn't come to school for a certain amount of time, then like they're like automatically thrown off the rolls of the school. And that's the case everywhere, I think, right? And I know that that's happening a lot in Florida and all the other like fucking, you know, Republican insane places where like, if you're not insane, right, then you're like, no, I'm fucking not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna fucking like send my kid into the fucking, you know, the fucking Thunderdome, right?
Right.
And but what's happening like a little closer to home is that that uh, that all of a sudden like class sizes and you know, school populations are like half of what they were, right? And people are acting like that's not because of this, right? Like it's like, you know, it's just like, oh well, you know, I guess some kids have moved away or what, you know, like it's like kids didn't even get registered to go to school, right? Now in the suburbs where I live, it's like because parents have more power here, what's happening is some parents are just like, go ahead and do whatever you want to my kid. They're not coming in, right? Like they're not like whatever. I'll go on the waiting list or do whatever. But the rule is that the kid has to go in until their spot on the virtual waiting list is uh you know open, right? And it will never be, right? And there are all these parents that are just bucking this, and then at the same time, there's an infinite amount of parents who are freaking out because the because like there's no school bus drivers, and so so if your kid rides the bus, they go to school like very early in the morning and they get home at like 5 o'clock at night, right? Like because school buses are having to do like 2-3 routes, and you as an like a whatever, for example, like an elementary school teacher, just have to just fucking wait with the kids, which means unpaid overtime for the teachers, and that's just a whole other fucking nightmare. And uh it's like or the other thing that's happening is there's fucking insane traffic outside of every school because it's like, well, I guess I have to go pick my kid up then if the fucking buses aren't going to come. And then what happens there is that there's just like, I live near an elementary school. There is a line that almost reaches my house every day that there is school, right? And my house is fucking, is half a mile away from the fucking school.
So it was
like,
never like that before.
No, never, not even close. And and it's but the problem is, right, is that like, so then there's a bunch of parents that are like, well, we should carpool, and then there's a bunch of other parents that are like, no, because of COVID, right? So it's like, it's the whole thing is a fucking mess that would be solved by just saying fuck it and doing virtual school again. But the problem with that is that basically half the kids don't learn shit in virtual school at all.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest problems is, of course, parents who work full time they rely on the fact that their kids are in school when they're at work.
Yeah, but they had to
that's part of the reason why that's actually one of the biggest factors in the labor shortage right now, is that there's all these, moms who are like, well, we can get by with me not working right now. And because, junior's doing virtual school or might be going back to virtual school in the next month because of fucking Delta variant or whatever.
Yeah, or might
all these moms who are like, I'm just gonna stay home and not work right now. That's really it. It's not people getting paid to sit at home on their ass or all this fucking Republican talking points bullshit. It's fucking people are having to change the way that they live because of the way COVID has played out.
There are nurses in this country that are willing to get fired to avoid taking the fucking vaccine. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what the fuck. I mean, my opinion of that one is it's a really quick and easy way of weeding out all the people who shouldn't have been nurses to begin with. Like, if you can't accept like basic science and health related science, if you cannot describe why it's a good idea to get the vaccine to a patient, then you just should not be a nurse. You should be working at Burger King, who is actually hiring right now. I saw a sign in front of their
I
store.
know. It's Burger King, or or be a
Like,
mechanic.
I'm sorry, but like, yeah, like I'm sorry if you worked your whole, life at trying to become a nurse. You might need to go back and take a couple extra classes if you're not taking the vaccine at this point. And yeah, you're better. We're as
No, every fired nurse now has to deliver packages for Amazon and nationalize Amazon, right? Like it's like those two things should happen immediately. Like it's like you don't want to take the vaccine? Well, get in a fucking hermetically sealed car, right? And where the front of the car is separated from the back. People load the packages into the car. The people that get the packages out of the car. You fucking sit there and drive, right? And there's your fucking job now. Oh, you want the vaccine now? Okay, well, look at you.